my biblical question. The president has chosen a woman to replace for the Supreme Court. But my biblical question is, should the president choose a man or a woman for the Supreme Court? What do you say?
Probably the man, but in this day and age, I feel like the women that are educated probably could do as well, but they have the extra emotional that some of these men that would be good politicians wouldn't have.
So you believe it should be a woman?
I think it could be either if that woman is the same mental capacity as the man, but knowing that she might have female instincts to have emotion.
And so you believe it should be a woman or
It could
a man?
be either.
I'm sorry?
It could be either.
It could be either. Okay. Okay, let me ask the young man in the white T-shirt and then here.
I don't think the scripture probably would be okay with that because
With what?
with a
Do you
woman
believe
being
the president should put a man there or a woman?
with him choosing a woman, just from a biblical standpoint, a woman's not supposed to have authority over a man. I believe that woman would be in a pretty high position of authority over a lot of men.
So which one you believe he should pick, a man or a woman?
I think the scripture would indicate that it should be a man.
But which one you believe he should pick?
I believe what scripture says.
But I'm sorry?
I believe what scripture says,
And what's that?
that a woman should not have authority over a man.
Okay, so you believe he should pick a man for it?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
I believe it should be a man, 100%.
And why?
Because they're, like he says, women are not good with authority.
So what now?
Women are not good with
Oh, okay.
positions of authority because of their emotions, and mostly because she has 7 kids at home, and I'm also thinking, like, why is she gonna have 7 kids at home, not taking care of her kids? It doesn't make sense. But I think Donald Trump is doing it to like appeal to people, which I think is wrong.
Okay.
And yeah.
What do you think? Yeah, hold on a minute. Should the president choose a man or a woman?
I think he should choose a man.
And why?
Because a man should be in authority over the women.
Okay.
I feel like the women need to be at home. I'm like old-fashioned, so I'm like
Me too.
right. And then I feel like Donald Trump is doing it to appease, like she said, to the people. Just like when he wore the mask, like his whole term, he never wore a mask. And I think somebody in the cabinet probably was like, "You better put a mask on. These people,
Okay.
you stressing, stuff like that." So yeah.
Um,
No.
So I believe it should be a man too. The president was speaking at a rally the other day, and he said, I got to pick someone, and I'm paraphrasing, I got to pick someone for the U.S. Supreme Court, and it's got to be a woman. It's got to be a woman. How many of you believe it should be a woman? And everybody went, yeah, right on, the men and the women. How many of you believe it should be a man? No one said anything. He's like, oh, you cowards. Look at the men, all cowardly men.
The only thing I can tell you for sure is it will be a woman. Is that okay? Does anybody have any objections to that? Please raise your hand. A lot of cowards out there. Look at you men. I don't see how. There's not one man here that has the guts to raise your hand. Not one.
And he made a point because men are afraid to speak up when it comes to women issues. And that's the most, and I know why, because they have not overcome the spirit of the mother. Now they would say, oh, I'm afraid of losing a job, I'm afraid of this. But once you are born again of God, you overcome your mother's spirit, and now you return to the spirit of God, you have no fear. So you would not be afraid of anything. You wouldn't use the excuse, I'm afraid of losing my job, or I'm afraid of losing friends, because you have no fear. In God, there is no fear. And you know that he will provide for you. All right? So you got to overcome the spirit of the woman. Then you will have no fear. That makes sense? So and then another thing, too, I think is awful. This woman has 7 children. What is she doing in a courthouse? She should be at home. She should be at home watching over that man's children. What is she doing in a courthouse? That's why I said you should not marry educated women. They don't make for good wives and good mothers. Are you guys dating? Is she educated? No. Oh, good. Where did you find her at? Well, not at, but where did you find her?
It's kind of a strange story. Not strange. We met in 8th grade, just kind of briefly. We didn't start dating till we were at separate schools her senior year. We ended up, my dad's best friend through childhood was dating her aunt for many years, and we ended up finding out, and it kind of just brought us close together, and
right on.
It was meant to be.
What do you think about Ruth Ginsburg pick? I mean, replacement. Ruth might be picking straight out of hell. Oh, I want that one. Yes.
Her replacement? Well, the first thing...
Should it be a man or a woman?
At first, I said a man. Then, when she got nominated, her replacement, I came home from work and he was watching it, not live, but the replay of her speech.
Yes.
And then my first question to him was, how does she do all that, having all those kids?
7 children, and 2 are black.
Yeah, and 2 are adopted.
What is she doing with black children? And they're from Africa somewhere. Where? From Haiti, of all places.
Well,
they couldn't find any black kids down in Watts. Or Washington, D.C. She didn't have to go to Haiti. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So I hope, I wish her the best. But of course, there's going to be some things that she'll end up doing that people won't like. But I don't know. We'll see.
Those kids are going to turn out as nutty as a fruitcake. Just imagine your mother at work, your father at work, and now you drop them off at some babysitter, wherever they're doing with them. 7 kids, the mother should be home.
Yeah.
This is insane. And everybody praises her like she's so wonderful and all that. We shouldn't go along with that. Look at all these other, we just had the spokeswoman for President Trump. Remember her daughter went online and said, my mom and dad are crazy? What was her name? Yeah, Kellyanne, and that was one child. Just imagine how nutty 7 gonna be. And then 2 of them are black, from Haiti. Yes, Ernest.
And she has.
What?
And she has one child with Down syndrome, the youngest one.
That's a Ruth Bader man she's married to. Isn't that pitiful? That's what's wrong with the world. We got to come back to order. Oh, we tweeted out. She got her when she came out the other day. She went to the van, and all these kids, and she drove her own car. But we later found out that there was the video showed that the man got into a different car. Thank God. I was so happy to see that. He has an SUV, and she has the minivan thing. So you can see him and the 2 older boys, seem to be older, going to the car, his car. And then he went around and got in his the driver's seat. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, I don't know what you come for, but I came to praise. There you go. So, yes, ma'am, real fast, I got to end now.
It's just really quick, and it's been a question that has been I have in my head this week.
Okay.
What is the purpose of a woman that can't have a kid? Because main purpose of a woman is to be a wife, take care of the children, cook, clean, and stuff like that.
Yes.
What is the purpose of a woman that cannot have kids?
To suffer. No, she can adopt. She can get married. She can adopt kids.
So would you say that that's the correct way to adopt when
Yeah.
you can't, but when you do have capability to have a kid, it's kind of like it doesn't make sense to adopt? Or
If you can't have kids?
yeah,
No, why are you adopting if you can have all your babies? You
Yeah.
want, because kids want their natural parent. You know, so if you can have all the babies, just have all the babies. You don't need to be adopted.
yeah, okay.
All right? And I don't understand why, when I see her, I'm going to ask, why did you adopt 2 black children from Haiti and you're not even staying home with the rest of yours? I don't understand that. And I don't know this woman, but I can look at her and tell she is difficult to deal with. Did y'all see her walking out of that house? So what?
She's nice.
That ain't. That's not the word that came to my mind. My favorite word came up. I won't use it now. But my favorite, when she came out of the house and she was all walking like she on the road, I was like, that word came. Amazing. So my brand new biblical question, because I'm out of time here. My brand new biblical question. Before I tell you that, no men's forum this week on the 1st, because we're going to Florida. I was speaking at an event down in Florida on not Miami, but Orlando on Friday and Saturday. And I'll be back for Sunday church. I'm coming back Saturday night. But we're speaking at an event. And you can check that out on the website. All right? So my brand new biblical question, it is for the young man in the white shirt. What is the glass ceiling for a woman, and why does it need to be broken? They always talk about breaking the glass ceiling. Like they were saying, this judge, they saying Ruth Ginsburg, whatever her name is.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Whatever. They were saying that she is the first woman that's laying in a tomb somewhere, right? And that she broke the ceiling. I'm like, she's dead. How is she breaking the ceiling? So my question is, what is the glass ceiling for a woman, and why does it need to be broke?
I kind of think right now it's more or less the ego. I think that the world kind of, especially the fathers nowadays, if they have daughters, they expect them to be boys or equal to man or get more educated so you don't have to depend on a man. And I think that's just the stigma society's put on people that's probably the glass ceiling. It seems more like a concrete wall at this point.
I'm telling you. What is the glass ceiling? Does it need to be broken for women?
I honestly never understood that. And no, it does not have to be.
But what is it?
I guess just doing the same things as like men, like professionals. I'm assuming that's what it is, having going up the ladder, the whatever ladder is. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I never really cared about
Do
those
you know,
things.
Cheryl?
It's like so if you're moving up in a corporation, it's mostly business or things like breaking through, the first woman to do this. So you're going up the ladder and you can only go so far. You can see that there is further for you to go. You want to go further. So that's the glass, because you can see through it, but you can't. It's a ceiling because you
So
can't
they
get
see
through
some
it.
glass up there?
No, it's not. They call it a glass ceiling because, yeah, you can see that people are up there. You can see you
Up
want
where?
to do it.
Like the president of a company?
Okay, see, like I'm a director. I want to be a VP, and then I want to be senior VP, then I want to be the CEO. So you can see that you can go further, but they won't let you. So you can see, that's the glass, and the ceiling is they won't let you up, so you keep bumping your head.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's my biblical question for this week. The glass ceiling. Interesting. And the reason I came up with that, I hear all of them talking about this Ginsburg woman, how she broke the glass ceiling and all that. But that woman was no good. She was a stone liberal. She supported abortion and everything that's wrong. And they praised her like she was sent by the Pope. And plus, I heard this morning, well, maybe I better not say that, because Irma's will yell at me. But you're going to yell at me. See, he pushing me down to say it, right? No, say it. I hear Satan. Say it, say it. I heard this morning that she was a liberal Jew. Is that true? Huh? I didn't know she was Jewish. And a liberal, no wonder. Because liberal Jews think like liberal everybody else. They have no values. And no wonder she left a message, don't pick another one until after the election. Because she's a liberal Jew. She thinks she run the world. Ooh. I didn't mean to say that. See, now Irma's shaking her head. This is what I heard. All right? So listen, so that's my biblical question. No meeting this week, guys, on the first Thursday because we'll be out of town. We will be back here for Sunday meeting if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. All right? And you can check it out on the site.
Up on JesseLeePeterson.com. His speech will be streamed live. So,
And it's Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
So one night or day, I'm talking to a group of women only, and then the next day, I'm talking to a group of men only. I think that's how it works, right?
And they've got a lot of other speakers, big hitters.
So this is Friday and Saturday. It's on the website, all right? So thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, share, ring the bell, and all that good stuff. What else? And thanks for your support, for your donations to Bond. I appreciate it. And thank you all too, all right? I absolutely appreciate it. It was fun today. Do the silent prayer, relax, and everything will be fine. All right? Thank you all for coming. Amazing.